There's a theory in physics that the whole universe is a bubble, one of billions of bubbles. And what made me think of it is, as I listened to all of you, I was thinking you're all total universes. Every single one of you is a complete universe. As are the other 9 billion people. Are there 9 now? 9 billion perhaps on the planet? And that's an amazing paradox to me, because each person is a total universe, and yet, with the exception of those of us who wind up in prison, we seem to cooperate. We don't go around killing each other. We obey certain rules and conventions. One of which right now is we're speaking and hearing English. So I have no idea where to go with this thought. It's just a paradox in my mind. How can we be totally complete, unique creatures? I mean, I could dive into you. I could dive into you and become you. I suppose that's what professional actors do. I, as a writer, do it to some extent, but not nearly as much as I think actors must. Become you. Try to find out what it is to see the universe through your eyes. And yet, we have this higher self I was talking about earlier, where we're not just going around beating everybody up, grabbing what's mine. Perhaps we did that at one time. Perhaps, maybe we never did. Maybe we never did. I was listening to, on Charlie Rose, now I'm blanking out on the singer, James Taylor was on the other night, and he was saying, we're such lonely creatures, trapped in our isolation. And I was thinking, but no, we're not. We are the most sociable of creatures. We literally will die if we're not held as infants. We know this from all kinds of evidence, such as the Romanian orphans who were not picked up from their cribs, and they died in their cribs. We must be held. We need touch. We need to socialize with other creatures. And as I mentioned here once upon a time, also from a Charlie Rose program from his Brain series, the most fascinating thing to human babies is human faces. From the age of what? 9 minutes. Whenever I ask anybody that, I say, well, how old do you think the baby has to be? And they'll say, oh, I don't know, 9 months. 9 minutes. That's what we want to see as other faces. So part of us is in here. And part of us can't just be in there. We need everybody else. Certainly as babies, of course, we couldn't survive without our parents or somebody to care for us and protect us. One of the most lonely experiences is writing. That's why I love editing, because I always do it with somebody else. Or I co-write. I love to co-write. Somehow I can't take that loneliness of the writing process. I don't enjoy the solitude that much. Aspects of it sometimes. But usually it's alienating to me. It's like being out on an iceberg all by myself. It's like that image I've mentioned here a few times in the movie 2001, where the person gets disconnected from the mothership and floats off into space? Just picture what happens next. They run out of air, they run out of food. They will never talk to another human being again. They will have hours or days out in pitch blackness, all by themselves. I can't imagine anything more frightening. How much nicer it would be if I could be holding the hand of my girlfriend as I floated off into the universe? One other person. Maybe that's part of the fascination of storytelling. We create complete universes that we travel through for a finite period of time. And we can make up an infinite variety of stories. Happy, sad, matching every emotion we have. But every culture loves stories. There's not a single human culture, I think, on the face of the planet that doesn't have its stories. So thank you.